Welcome and welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to discuss 7 things you need to know before going into agriculture. So there are a lot of attention being paid to the agricultural sector presently because we want to see that we feed ourselves as a nation. We also have to consider that feeding ourselves is not just something we do easily. There are a lot of practices, there are a lot of expenses, a lot of equipment that we need in order to achieve a successful agricultural growth. And for us to do that, we need to take into cognizance key factors that we can't go without. And those factors, in my opinion, as a nation, as people who want to practice agriculture, are not ready for it at the moment. And so if we are to succeed in it, then we need to be at a point wherein we have access to all of those things. But I'm going to highlight a few things that you should not forget if you want to go into agriculture. And those things are so peculiar that you should consider. One of it is that you need to consider your capital. Yeah, agriculture is capital intensive. That one I don't need to hide from you. Agriculture is capital intensive. If anyone out there is telling you that you can just go into agriculture, produce and sell, that person may be lying for you. It is capital intensive. And because it is capital intensive, if you want to go into it, you need to prepare yourself. You need to have a business plan. Set out a strategic plan as to how you want to succeed in that agricultural practice. That involves budgeting. You're setting out plans, goals with budgeting, what expenses you need to incur at what time, and what is going to be the return for certain period. That you need to consider. You need to consider finance. Finance is very, very key. Also, once you have the finance, then you have to look at the land. How are you going to get the land? Where are you intending to farm? Are you going to lease? Are you going to buy the land? Or what is it going to be, a family property that you want to utilize? You have to consider that. Once you know the channel you want to go and have your land, then you try to enforce and ensure that you have the land. If it is a family land, then don't just go into it like that. You need to sit, discuss with family members, give them your plans for that particular period that you want to occupy the land. Tell them, agree with them, have a point wherein they will accept that, okay, we have given you this land for certain period for you to be farming. Otherwise, it is going to be chaotic. Once your production is going on successfully, you will see some crazy family member will come in and just try to get you attention off track. So you have to consider land as a factor if you want to go into agriculture. The other thing that we overlook, which is very paramount, is the labor. If you don't have a team of great men, a team of people who have wisdom, people who can think reasonably on the direction you want to go, and they specifically decided to go with you, then it is going to be difficult. Because these are people who will kill your spirit overnight. They will kill your spirit. You won't even be thinking of farming anymore. So you have to be strategic in selecting people that you will work with. You have to select a team. If it is going to be on casual basis, you need to have 2 or 3 permanent staff who will coordinate the workforce, who will coordinate the labor, so that at a particular project, you will be informed, you will be seeing them working effectively to see that they reached that threshold you want to go. Otherwise, without supervision, it is going to be very difficult. And let me make it very clear to you that the labor force of our nation is cash demanding. Cash demanding in the sense they want to work today and you pay them. If you say, okay, man, this is a project that has to last for 1 or 2 months, and as a result of it, I would like to be paying you on a monthly basis, I will accumulate your money and pay you on a monthly basis, that is not going to work. People will not accept that. In fact, they will walk away from your farm. So what you do, you pay them on a day basis. Whatever activity they perform today, you set out a finance for that and then you pay them. Once you are doing that, they will work with you. But if you want to move away from that point, you are not going to be working with them. So that has to be in your mind. Otherwise, if you don't have labor, it is not going to be successful. Your family business is not going to be successful. And we all know the challenges we have in our agricultural sector, which is we are not practicing mechanized farming. We believe wholly and solely on manual labor. And because we believe in that, it is cost effective. A lot of money is being invested into labor. And mostly you invest this money and the output is not really what you will be expecting. But because you have no alternative, you need to go with it. So labor is one thing you can consider. The other thing that you should consider, though it is so difficult to go by, is machines. You need to set aside a way that you can get machine to do certain work for you. If you are to plow, you need to have access to plow machine. There are other machines that you can get out there. If you have access to people who go to China and get products, you can go there and have it. If we are to get ourselves into the trend or into the direction that we want to go in feeding ourselves as a nation, then we need to practice mechanized farming. There is no way our cutlasses and hoe can feed a nation. However, most farming we do out there, the products are not even enough for a particular family. Lest we talk about a whole nation. So we need to improve on key indicators that will enable us to have a successful farming result, a successful farming growth, and a successful product. It's one thing that I'm really interested in presently, or I see it as something that is good for us as a nation. That is, we've seen a lot of indigenes wanting to be producing products. That is a good direction, because if we are not producing any products, our economy is always going to be at stake. So let's try to have way we can use our raw materials to produce certain finished good that we can utilize. Say for example, if we have a milling machine that will mill all of our rice and bag it to some quantity, then we don't need to import rice into our country. But that has to go with a lot of finance. Agriculture can't go without finance, and the access to it has been a difficult task. Even the support, most times when government supports, the monitoring is absent, and the final users of that donor or whatever grants that person may have got is going to be used elsewhere, which has not yielded any dividend over the years. But for us to succeed now, we have to go with a clean heart in utilizing whatever income we get from whatever source in the particular projects that we have already decided to undertake. All right. And the other thing that we also have to consider is the structure of our organization. The structure tells the direction we want to go. If you have a farming organization, you need to set up a structure that we kind of has that reporting pattern, that we kind of have that monetary pattern, a dedicated responsibility to dedicated staff who have that kind of synergy to give result, who have the synergy to deliver on time. That we have to also consider. If we don't consider all those things, it's going to be difficult. We also have to consider that whatever venture we want to take should be binded or should be bound by law. What I mean by that, if you want to go into farming, make sure you put together a few documents and register. If it is an enterprise, if it's a CBO or a company, you make sure you register it, you get all your necessary documents. Who knows? Tomorrow someone may want to help you. And once you have the registration document, work as hard as you could to put together an agricultural business plan. That business plan is what you will use to kind of explain yourself to people who want to invest in your business, or if you want to seek investors, you will also use your business plan. Otherwise, no direction. So don't forget to go the legal way to get your business registered. All right. Then the other thing that you don't need to give an oversight of is building within your farm, the storage facility. Once you are into it now, you've established your agricultural products, your farming is ongoing, work as hard as you could to have a structure in your farm. That structure will kind of serve as a storage for all of your materials, for all of your products, your end products, and all the other things that you may want to store in your farm. So far, that is what I want to bring to you. If you are intending to go into agriculture, those are the basic things that you have to consider. Agriculture is a source of income, and I will encourage all of you out there to look at certain areas that you can invest in and see how it goes. So go into it, see how you can work. Give yourself a 3 or 4 month test and see what will be the outcome. If you are a graduate and you don't have a job at the moment, that direction may be a test case for you. Mobilize few guys around, seek from friends who can help you with little capital, and then you try to invest for a start and see how it goes. I want to say thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next video.